Hi guys, welcome to Robinhood Diaries again today. Hope you're well. And let's get right to it. I previewed today as all the times my dad had been with me on set. We're not going to get around to all the times because there was a lot of times. Obviously, we both started quite early, him in 66, me in 71. So we didn't really grow up on film together, but kind of sort of in a little bit for an older dude. Anyway, so I'm going to pick three awkward times that he was with me on set and sort of spin off of that for the show today, beginning chronologically with a miniseries that I did called The Awakening Land, which we shot on location in Springfield, Illinois at New Salem, which is kind of like a tourist trap for a rebuilt Salem from like New England Salem because it was a good set. It was 1700s. Then we're going to get real quick into E.T., of all things, and then we're going to end up in another way awkward one, which was actually a stage production situation, which was uber awkward. But all of these were things that I kind of sometimes ran into with my dad. My dad and I did not necessarily share exactly the same approach to acting. His was a very sort of psychodrama, kind of in touch with your feelings intensely kind of approach. Mine is not that at all. So I don't want to say butted heads, but I did not really follow his method as much as he would like me to think I did. And I don't know, he certainly didn't follow any method of mine, but there you go. So this is where it kind of fell into play. I only bring that up because this awkwardness that we're going to like touch on today is always sprang from him wanting to contribute because my dad, felt that he knew best in terms of acting. He felt himself to be an expert on the subject. But that's like saying you're an expert doctor. There's like, well, yeah, but how's your respiratory? What are you, a brain surgeon? So anyway, be that as it may, we start in Illinois, and this is this miniseries I'm doing with Liz Montgomery, a 3-part miniseries. Oh God, I always forget that guy's name that wrote it. But anyway, a 1700s period piece, and this was directed by Boris Sagal. Boris Sagal, very famous television director, and his wife was Gower Champion. Now, I touched on a whole show about Gower Champion being this intensely famous part of a duo in the 1950s and forward. Gower Champion and Marge Champion were dancers, actors, performers going way back. She happened to be married to Boris Sagal. I developed a very strong affinity for Marge, and Marge became my dialect coach slash acting coach on the set because I had a speech and stuff like that I had to do about slavery of all things. Long story. But my dad was there. And again, here we go with this kind of authority on acting. Doesn't ever really matter who's at the helm. My dad always kind of felt he knew better. So this one wasn't successful. In other words, he was not able to adjust this particular performance for me. He was there. I showed in the preview here. There he is having coffee with me in full costume. And, we certainly worked together on plenty of auditions. My dad did, prep me for plenty of auditions as a child. But did I go into that office using his technique or doing it the way that we had rehearsed it, using the same tools? No, not really. Not really at all. Surprise, Poppa. Sorry. Anyway, so that didn't really work because Marge Champion got a hold of me, so to speak, literally took me off into the woods to go over this speech about slavery that I had to do